This is family aspect. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, gifters. Yes, the givers are here. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. So we have so much to learn when it comes to our emotions. So when the book is released, ensure you get your copy. All right. But at the moment, let me teach it. Let me teach you so you get it. Self-awareness is so important in managing your emotion. Your emotion can break you or can make you. Your emotion can either make you a success in marriage, in relationships, or can make you a failure. You can break your relationship, destroy your relationship if you are not emotionally balanced and mature. And that's why it is a very important practice before you marry. You must be emotionally balanced. You must be emotionally intelligent. And now you can grow in it. You can get better. You can your maturity level doesn't end. You just keep growing. You just keep growing. But you must attain a certain level of emotional maturity to be able to succeed in any relationship. Is very important. Most men are not emotionally mature because they have not been taught. Now, what I mean by emotional maturity is your ability, listen and listen carefully, your ability to recognize, understand, manage, and influence emotions, both of yourself and that of your partner or any other people. Okay, so let's look at how this works. Number one, where you want, thank you for the hearts, man. Thank you guys. You guys are really busy. Wow, amazing. This is interesting. Thank you. The first thing you need to understand is this. Self-awareness. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is important. Self-awareness is important to developing emotional intelligence. One of the things that shows a man or woman is matured emotionally is their self-awareness. And let me explain that, because remember, in the book, on my book that I'm writing now, you will find it as a chapter. So you will enjoy it. You will read the detail. But this one is just a summary. So you will get the full detail in the book. Okay? Thank you guys. Thank you for following. Ensure you're following. And also follow everyone that give a treasure box. Everyone that have given us treasure box. Please follow them. You will see their name. As they send in the treasure box, you see their name. Please follow them. All right? Follow them because they are people to reckon with. That's all. You want to have good people that you reckon with. You see, don't just have a lot of followers that can't reckon. No, you want to have people that you can reckon with, and you need to follow these people. Please follow them as they are sending in the treasure box. This one was sent by. I just click on it. Let me click on it. It was sent by. Hold on. Yes, it was sent by Angela. Angela, please follow Angela, okay? Follow Angela. That will be Angel Sabah. It's Angel Sabah. So follow Angel Sabah, please. Let's follow Angel Sabah. Let's at least make her have more followers today. Come on, follow Angel Sabah for sending us. Just give her a follow. For sending you a coin. Just give her a follow. That's all, because she just blessed the community with a treasure box. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Yes, thank you. Please follow Sabah, Angel Sabah. All right. And also, if you go to my If you go to my top giver, you see Vera is there, Ziggy Zoom is there, XS is there, and we have Nikki Cree and Yomi Mommy. Listen, follow this, the Angels Abba. So follow the top 10 on my list. Follow them. The top 10 on the VUI. Those are people who are giving immensely, supporting the platform. All right. I'm not, don't send requests yet until I ask to. At the moment we're teaching, let me finish teaching, then you can send in your requests if you have any question. Remember, our goal is 100K likes. So let's keep tapping. And then I'm going to, after this treasure box is off, who sent this treasure box? Is it timed? Is it timed? Please always time your treasure box so that it will be given. People can collect it within that time. All right. Self-awareness. Now, it's so important that your ability to recognize emotional maturity in people. You got 3, well done. Emotional maturity in people. You got some coin, well done. Thank you. A-time. Thank you for being here. So there are, thank you. Teach more, market yourself less. Yes, thank you. I'm not marketing myself, I'm teaching. I'm teaching. That's why we have this community. That's why we have these people here. If I'm not teaching, they will not be here. Trust me. I give of myself more than I ask. They know that. So thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. I saw it. I appreciate it. It's your first time of being here, so don't judge. Just listen. Okay? But I welcome you. I welcome you to the platform. Thank you for being here. All right. Self-awareness. Self-awareness. Just go to, you say, how do I check my coins? Once you are live like this, once you are live, let me show you how to get it. Once you are live, okay, you see I'm live. You see this icon here, that purple, is it pink? Sorry, that pink box. You see the pink box right there. You click on that pink. Once you click on that pink, it will tell you how many coins you have there. You see, this is my backup account. I don't have any coin on it yet. That's when you know how many coins you have. All right? It's just simple. Okay. All right. So, self-awareness. When it comes to emotional intelligence, the first thing you want to develop is your self-awareness. You want to grow your self-awareness. Emotion is about how you feel, how you express yourself in words and action. The things that control your feelings. That is emotion. Things that makes you express your feelings in words or action. So those feelings that comes as a result of positive vibes or negative vibes. But we are dealing with how to really manage these emotions, to reduce it from being expressed negatively, but expressed more positively. Okay? And that's what we're dealing with. So self-awareness is the first step to take when it comes to identifying whether you are emotionally intelligent or mature. Because I said, for any relationship to be a success, you must be emotionally mature. For you to able to handle successful relationship at all, you must be emotionally mature. And lack of emotional intelligence have destroyed marriages, have destroyed homes, have made children to become wayward, stubborn, you see, rebellious, because of lack of emotional intelligence, maturity. Many of us as parents, we are not aware of how the way we react, how the way we respond to things have destroyed our children. It has broken their self-worth. We have developed in our children certain kind of self-limiting belief because of the way we train, we react to them, we talk to them. Emotional intelligence is so important to raising children. You must be mature. The same thing with your partner, your friends that you have. If you are always having issues with your friends, constantly having issues with your friend, and you don't keep friends, it means that something is wrong with your emotional maturity. It means that you need to come up and then work on organizing your emotion. So I want to talk about the different aspect of it, okay, which I mentioned yesterday, but I'll just repeat them a little bit. For those of you that were not here yesterday, just mention them a little bit. Self-awareness is important. It's one of the key signs that somebody is mature. The ability to be aware, to identify. So the question is, can you identify and manage and name? First of all, can you identify and name your emotion correctly, accurately? Do you know what makes you do what you do? Can you name your emotion? Can you identify what triggers you? What triggers you? Can you identify it? It's called self-awareness. The consciousness of knowing that this thing will trigger me to act. This is what triggers me. This is what makes me angry. This is what makes me do what I do. This is why I shouted at you. This is what you always do this thing. That's why I always shout. You see, that word, you always do this thing. That's why I always shout at you. You always do this thing. That's why I always call you this name. That you always, whatever they do is a trigger. So acknowledge it. Recognize what trigger your negative emotional expression. Recognize it. Why did you react the way you did? Why are you angry so much the way you are? What is going on? What triggers that? Your ability to be self-aware. You must know the things that makes you do the things you do. You got to know what makes you shout, what makes you get angry, what makes you upset, what makes you get irritated by your partner, whatever. You must recognize those things. This is called self-awareness. You must go through the process. You must. Self-awareness. Many marriages, especially those who are involved, do not exercise this authority because it's your ability. You can do it. You can sit down and say, what exactly really makes me do these things I do? Thank you, SS. Well done. Thank you. And you see, as you're doing that, you're number 3. Wow. I mean, number 2. Well done in community. Thank you. You just got number 2 badge. Well done. So let's send the treasure box. Okay, let's send a treasure box. I'm sending another treasure box of 100 coins. I want to send another treasure box of 100 coins. How many people do we have? Okay, we have one. Should I send, is it 25 is too much? Let's do another 10. Let's do another 10 of 100 coins, all right? Maybe let's do let's do another 10. Let's send 100 coins to another 10 people. All right, let's do that. So I'll put this one for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you'll get this one in 3 minutes. Okay, enjoy. So I'm not the one that distributes it. It's TikTok. So it depends on what you're doing on the platform. If you're just sitting down there doing nothing, TikTok will not give you coin for free. It doesn't work. You have to get, it's called give and take on TikTok. Listening to you make me realize my problem in my marriage. Yes, thank you for being here, Bright. So, self-awareness. So, the first thing is, can you identify and name your emotions accurately? Can you understand how your feelings, this is how, I'm talking about self-awareness now, how your feelings influence your thoughts and actions? How your feelings, can you identify how your feelings, all right? Because you need to know, you need to understand how your feelings is influencing your thoughts and is influencing your actions. Those thoughts that are negative, those talk that you say that are negative, all those words that come out of you negatively, those actions that you act that offend and affect other people negatively. Can you sit down and understand how your feelings is influencing those things? That's emotional intelligence. Are you aware of your strengths and limitations? Are you aware of your strengths and limitations? You need to know where you are strong. You need to know where you are weak. You need to know your capacity. You need to know your level of capacity. Some of you, you don't have what it takes to make, let me use money for instance. At the moment, you don't have what it takes, the capacity that you have, all right, to make 5,000 pounds in a month is not there. But you are living in a life, your expenses and your life living as you live is in that bracket of 5,000 pounds, but you don't have a capacity. You desire to live a life of 5,000 pounds a month, but you don't have the capacity to get there. So there is so much strain emotionally when you receive money that is less than that every month. You are emotionally unhappy. You don't just know that this thing is what is triggering you, but you need to identify, recognize that this thing, why am I that every month I receive salary, I'm not happy. I get paid, I'm not happy. Why is it so? Why? Why is it that it's affecting me? I'm talking about now you, self-awareness. Self-awareness. Because most times, the capacity at the level where you are is not enough. Is not enough to give you that. So what you do is to identify your limitations and strengths. Can you know them? Are you aware that you don't? Oh, someone else said the treasure box. Thank you, Ziggy Zoom. Thank you for sending the treasure box. Wonderful. Guys, I hope some of you got some coins. I don't know, 10 of you got some coins. All right, you're getting, okay? Everyone is receiving coins. As you're receiving, be grateful. Just say thank you for the coins. Just keep putting in the comment section because TikTok is also knowing that you're acknowledging it. Thank you for the coins. Thank you for all of that. All right? Yes. Self-awareness. You must come there. And I want to thank those of you that are sending in your treasure box into the platform. Thank you for sending in treasure box. God bless you for helping people with coins. All right. So it's so important. Self-awareness. Knowing that, okay, I know my limitations. Now I know that my capacity, I need to increase on that. Instead of getting angry every time your salary comes, you're angry with everybody. You're angry with your wife. You're angry with your children. You're angry with yourself. Why? Everyone is negatively impacted because of your feelings of how much more you wanted to earn, but you are earning lesser. Recognize your limitation. Recognize your strengths. You see, some have the capacity to make more, but the environment they are living in is not letting them. Recognize your limitations. Recognize your strengths. This is very important. And now I'm expanding, because this area yesterday, I didn't talk about this part, but I'm expanding on the subject just to help you think bigger, brighter, deeper. All right? So recognize your strengths. As a lady, recognize your strength, recognize your limit, and then communicate it. Because you have some limitation doesn't mean you should focus on the limitations. No, you need to focus on your strength. You see, your strength is what keeps you going and being the best of you. But if you focus on your limitation, your emotions will start clouding you in a negative way that it will affect others. So you need to know where your limitations are and say, this is my limit. I can't go beyond this. This is my strength. Stretch me like a rubber band. I like that. Ooh, thank you, SS. You know, stretch me like a rubber band. This is my limit. This is my strength. So you need to know it. It's called self-awareness. Sit down. Realize what is triggering the negative emotions that you are oozing out. Maybe it's the way your husband looks. Every time you see him, you are irritated. Look, identify the problem. Maybe he has body odor that recently just developed that you can't figure out. Maybe that thing is the reason why you are no more allowing him to knock you. You don't allow him to knock anymore because of the body. God help me. God have mercy. You know, they talk, recognize, you must be, recognize it now. It's not loud and all of that. Maybe it's snoring, whatever. Recognize. Hey, self-awareness. Be aware. It's okay, this one is the problem. This one is the reason why I'm not happy. This is the reason. This one is the reason why I'm not happy. He talks too much. Every time he's talking, or she talks too much. As he talks, they just turn me off. Okay, that's the problem. Be aware of what triggers you emotionally in negative way. That's the thing. And also, as much as you're being aware of what triggers you emotionally negatively, you should also be aware of what triggers you emotionally positively, to do positive things, to give you motivation. So I have a section on my book, on the course, content. I have the book outline. I have a chapter where I talk about motivation. That means focusing on the things that motivate you. That's maximizing your strengths. You need to learn to focus on the things that motivate you, to be positive, the positive outlook. You remember? So you need to focus on that. And that's the way you want to go. Learn it. As much as you're recognizing the thing that trigger you negatively, you also have to recognize the things that trigger you positively. So important. So important. So, self-awareness. Be aware. Be aware. Maybe your husband doesn't dress well and it's putting you off. That's why you are finding emotional distance. You are finding yourself not just close. If that, look for it. Look for that thing. Look for it. Recognize that which is making you to act emotionally in a negative way. Demotivated. You are demotivated. Every time this thing comes up, you are demotivated. Recognize those things that demotivate you. Acknowledge them. Then you move to the next step. I like that. You're following. Mercy is she's following. Mercy Mary. You're following. You get it. That's the right time to really ask that question. Once you know, you do know and recognize it, what do you do? What do you do? The next one, write down. I hope you're listening. The next one is self-regulation. You have to learn how to regulate. In other words, it's like sitting down, you are envisioning, like you are playing the whole thing in your head. Okay, I know he normally snores. So when he snores, I get irritated. I don't like it. So what do I do when he snores again? How do I regulate my emotion not to feel? Because this is something that I know I can't control. It's beyond my control. I can control my emotion. I can't control his snoring. So the more I react to his snoring, the more angry I get. It's making me losing my head. I don't want that. So what do I need? See, you are playing it in your head. Okay, what I need is I need to be able to control, regulate my emotion in the presence of that snoring, which makes me normally go angry and lose my mind. So now I can regulate. I'm getting mature. I want to control my emotion so I can regulate myself. I can control me. I can't control him. I can control my feelings. I can't control what he does, but I can control me. So what do? You get involved with self-regulation. Calm down, people. This is teaching now. Relax. How do I? I'm teaching you now. Relax now. Just follow. Hey. These people have energy just did. Down. Hey. But then they pepper us. That's the thing I'm saying now. I'm teaching you now how to control that feeling. Calm down. Oh my goodness. All right, let's continue. So, the first thing is to stay calm. That's why I'm telling you, calm down. As you're playing your mind, you need to stay calm. Understand the pressure. Understand the pressure and resist the impulsive reaction. There is an impulsive reaction. So I need to work on that. So I have to play the whole thing in my head so that I will not impulsively react as I usually do. So what do? I stay calm. Okay. You used to do this thing to get me angry. I'm thinking. I'm calm. Being intentional about this now. Because I say you have to. It's like you are playing the whole movie in your head. You have to envision it. You have to see it through your eyes of your mind first before you commit. So you have to say, okay, I know this thing that he does got me angry. I know this thing that she says always get me hungry. So how do I control me? Not to control her. I've been trying to tell her to stop. I've been trying to tell her not to do it. It's not stopping. It's not ending. I'm getting emotionally drained. I'm being mentally drained. It's affecting me and I'm reacting negatively. It's creating an environment of toxicity. How do I stop it? How do I control myself not to get involved and create a toxic environment? So the first thing you do is to regulate yourself. It's called self-regulation. You can do it. Only you can do that. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody have the power, the right to regulate your emotions. But you can do it. You can self-regulate. So you stay calm. Under the pressure, you stay calm. Under the pressure, you stay calm. Under the pressure, you stay calm. As the person is doing it or acting and talking, some of you just have to stay calm. At that moment, you stay calm and resist. Hear me. You have to stay calm and resist the impulsive reaction that you normally give out. That impulsive reaction, you resist it. Ask how you welcome. That impulsive reaction, you resist it. It's very important. You resist it. So what do you do next? Adapt. You adapt to the change. So you have to learn to adapt, adapting to changes and setbacks. Adapting to changes and setbacks. This emotional attack, this bad behavior, this thing that somebody is doing, he says, no, it's you. It's mad work. Once you can play it through your mind. These are the things I've learned over the years. And I'm still learning many. These things I'm telling you, it had helped me. This is what is needed to be mature emotionally. This is what is needed. So when somebody talk about marriage is this, marriage can be this, marriage can be that, we agree. But when people talk more about the failures of marriages and relationships, is because they themselves lack emotional intelligence. You see, you need to understand it. They don't talk about that part. You see somebody come up and blame the man, blame the woman, blame each other, blame everything, and then argue. You can tell that these engagement, these conversations that they're having, it shows that their level of maturity in relationship. It just shows that they are not matured in that area. They don't know how to control their emotions. And I'll give you so many instances. Just listen. Yes, it's not hard. It's not hard. When you get provoked, it's not. The first thing is to be calm. There's nothing difficult to be calm. Just be calm. It's called gentleness. It's called gentleness. Isn't that the fruit of the Spirit? If you're a believer, that's what you got. Be still. Be calm. That's what it means. Learn to be calm. So practice being calm. That's the first thing to regulate your emotions. You got to practice being calm. It's called self-control, right? Practice it. Practice being calm. Wait until the book is out. You love it. You love it. Practice being calm. Is it get in your car and play music? Just being calm doesn't mean you avoid conversation with it. Hey. Very funny. I guess that's what you do. You just play music and just, if possible, sleep off. Oh, what a way to go. Under pressure, calm down. Under pressure, calm down. One person must calm. Two of you cannot be intense and provocative. Two of you cannot be shouting and yelling. Two of you cannot be right. Okay? It takes humility to listen. Two of you cannot be talking the same time. All right? It takes humility to listen. You're welcome. Priceless exchange. You're welcome. So two people can't do that. All right? They can't do that. So the first thing is one has to be calm. So be calm and control yourself. Okay? Control yourself. How do you do it? Calm down under pressure. Practice that. I'm learning to calm down under pressure. Now, you may not be in fights with somebody else. You could be under pressure in area of circumstances and challenges that come to your life. How do you react to pressure? That's what I'm talking about. Your emotions towards pressure. How do you react? Some of you, just because of what you're going through, not even your husband is involved. Your husband, your wife, they are not your problem. It is the circumstances, the event around you. As you think about it, you're under the pressure, the heat, you are losing your mind. You are angry. You are reacting negatively to them. It's because you haven't learned to manage your emotions. I'm dealing with self right now, self. And you carry that grievance and transfer it to your husband, transfer it to your wife. And they are wondering what happened to you. What is going on? Why are you acting like this? Why are you not talking? Why are you what is going on? And you can't tell them because they are not the problem. You say, baby, I don't want to talk now. Just give me some time. Even if you even had the time to say something. You see. But a lot of us get so upset with it. And then we carry these challenges as though they are our life. We just want to react. So we have this negative reaction to these life challenges. We don't know how to control our emotions in it. So it's the same. And then our partner become victims of transferred aggressions. Do you know what that means? You get it? Transfer aggressions. And these transfer aggressions are based on pressure of life. Pressures from work. Pressure from things that are not done, that need to be done. Pressures. And these pressures are coming in. And you need emotional intelligence to be able to control yourself. So the first thing is to calm down under pressure. And then resist impulsive reactions. When you are calm, it becomes easy to resist impulsive reaction. Some of you, the things that come out of your mouth when you are under pressure will destroy a lot of things. Will send people back. That can kill. It can destroy. I mean, it's like the word has already come out. You can't take it back. Some of us have said things that we never meant to say because we were under pressure and we reacted impulsively. We have said things. Some of us have made some decisions that we shouldn't have made because we reacted impulsively under pressure. This is the wisdom that you must have when it comes to relationship. Emotional intelligence. It was the first thing I needed to understand. This was what makes me to be a wayward guy. Somebody who no woman want to be with. To become a man that is attractive and real. Full of that intelligence. It was it. I have to learn to put this emotion in check. And I'm still learning. The emotion itself is very powerful. It's because it's all that controls your life. You are an emotional being. But understanding how to manage, recognize, and manage and influence it for your advantage, for the good of others, is the skill that you need. You can't tame your emotions because your emotion is like an ocean. It's like liquid. Liquid need to flow. Emotions is like your blood, the flow of your blood system, the way your blood runs through your veins. You can't keep blood still. It must flow to generate life. So is your emotions. Your feeling, your emotions must be active to generate life. So, regulating it is your job. You are like a supervisor of your emotion. You are the one that manages it, that regulates it to do the right thing. Because your emotion is neutral. You could direct it to negative things or you could direct it to positive things. So you are the one to understand it. This is why we call it emotional intelligence. Understanding how your feeling works. For good or for evil. It's time to send the next treasure box. You guys ready? It's time to release the next treasure box. You guys ready? Somebody say, I need to buy a regulator machine. Oh my God. God have mercy on you. Oh my God. Hey, baby. Indeed, you need to buy a regulator. Oh my God. So, these are things that we need to think about. A lot of us have made so many mistakes in our lives due to loose emotion. Our loosed emotion. Our emotion are loosed. They can be and do anything without us being in charge. Just the way the mind works. You see, your mind is under your control or loosed. You are either in control of your mind or you're not. And a mind that you are not, if you're not controlling your mind, it will get you into trouble and it will bring a lot of things into your life that you never wanted. So you have to understand that your mind is your gateway to your soul. Oh boy. Let me explain this. Your mind is the gateway to your emotion because your soul is the seat of your emotions. Your soul is the seat of your emotions. Your mind is the gateway to your soul. Your emotion is regulated or unregulated by the thoughts and ideas that goes through your mind. You know what I'm saying there? You get it? So you understanding the origin of your emotional interpretation, emotional expression is very important. What comes out is not the problem. It is what makes what comes out comes out. What triggers the emotion is not the problem. I mean, how you react as an emotional being, your reaction is not the problem. It is what triggers it. It is what triggers your emotion that you need to focus on, because that is the thing that triggers that expression, that feelings. Instead of proactive, you are always reactive. Emotion that is managed and kept in check is proactive. Emotion that is not managed, that is let loose, is reactive. You know, I need to be... You understand? So work on being proactive instead of reactive. So the first step is to learn to recognize what triggers you. What makes you to be reactive? What are the things that causes you to be reactive? Sometimes the things we see, there are some of you ladies, once you see that your environment is so dirty, you start getting angry. You are so angry. I mean, you're angry with everybody else. You see, they may not be the cause of the problem, but you are so angry. Why? Because things are so dirty around you. Because of what you saw. Because of what you saw. Somebody said, Mr. Charles, you need to say this on BBC. Oh. Okay, oh, God will take me there. God will take me there in no time by God's grace. If God's will, we'll get there. It's true. I like that. I like that vision. All family can hear this. Yes, we'll get there. Amen. We will. Listening from Uganda. God bless you. We need you in church seminars. All right. Send me a DM. Send me a DM. I'm willing to go. I'm willing to share. Wait until the book is out. You'll love it. The first edition, because it's going to be under edition. I'm going to be putting it in. This will be released as the first edition. Self-awareness is so important. Self-awareness is so important. Okay? Self-awareness is so important. I'm watching from UK. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Self-awareness. Ensure you are following. We have over 180 people watching. Please follow. Follow and follow my top gifters. You see those ones in the view eye? Top gifters? Follow them. Or top participators. All right. All right, let's put out another treasure box. We have a lot of people now. Let's put out treasure box 4. Can we do... all the gifters in the house, can we do some treasure box? Can we put in some rapid treasure box? Let me first of all put up another one. Let me put up another 100 coins for another random 10 people. Let's do that quickly while we're here. For those of you that doesn't have coins at all, we're giving you coins. This is the only giftings we think we can give you to enjoy. So let's do it. Let's do it. Another 10 people. Or should we make this one 20 now? Because people are coming in, let's do 20. So this time I will increase it to 150 coins and then we'll put it on 20 people. And then in the next 5 minutes, this will be dispersed. In the next 5 minutes. All right. I'll leave it that way. So the treasure box is sent. All right. So it's so important to understand this. It's so important to understand this. Express your emotions. Express your emotions constructively. The reason why you have to do this is to learn to express your emotion constructively. Your emotions cannot be tamed. Do not tame it. It needs to see, your emotion needs venting. You need to give it vent. But your role is to constructively control, regulate it constructively. It's like putting a border, or what do you call, digging a gutter to allow the water to flow constructively to the right place. It's like you have a fish pond design and there's a stream on the other side of the mile, and you can construct, you see, to control that stream of water to your pond. You can construct a gutter, aligning, making that water to follow through and then flow constructively to what benefits it, what you want it for. That's the way your emotions like. Your emotion is like liquid. Your emotion is like love. It's like liquid. It got to flow. You can't tame it. Let it flow. But as you express it, be in charge. You are the one that create the gutters for it to flow in through to benefit somebody else. So regulation is the key. Self-regulation. You are expressing, once you express your emotions, you do it constructively. Do it constructively. Even during conflict, you do it constructively. That means direct it to the right place. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. One of the things that you will need to help you do this is called empathy. One of the qualities that you have, that you must put to work to make you more mature in dealing with your emotion, is empathy. I just told you how to stop being reactive. I said calm down under pressure and resist that reactiveness, the impulse to act. You resist it. So what do? Adapt to change. Adapt to change. Be willing to have a positive reaction instead of negative. Okay, you just came in. Oh dear. Be willing. All right? And express your emotion constructively. That's the way you can stay reactive. Stay away from being reactive and be proactive. So you have to be constructive. Be intentional on how you react. Something that used to make you sad, unhappy. Find a way to find a place where it will not make you sad anymore. Rather, you are finding fun, expressing a feeling of, life is a lesson. Life is growth. I know I'm growing. So you must be able to find a way where you are not reactive, but proactive. Now, this is one thing you need. There's more. It's not just self-acknowledgement or it's not just self-recognition and awareness that you need to be emotionally intelligent. You have component that is put together. It's like using a puzzle. Have you done a puzzle? So if you are doing a puzzle, you know that you need all the bits and pieces to make the image appear in a puzzle. You can't just do one side of the puzzle and say it's done. No, you need all the component that makes a puzzle whole puzzle. It becomes whole. From a puzzle, it becomes a whole image. So that's exactly what I'm trying to give to you. When it comes to emotional intelligence, it's like dealing with puzzles. Okay? You have to bring all the components together to be whole. To be able to express maturity in your emotions, to mature your emotion, to mature it. You see, to train it. Your emotion is like a baby. It's like a child that is born. And a child that is left to himself will come to ruin. Some of us have left our emotion to rule us and ruin our lives. You left it. Your emotion is not in check. You know, some people will say, put your emotion in check. Have you heard that word before? You heard the word? Put your emotion in check. Yes. What people are telling you is to be in charge of your emotion. Some of us are not in charge of our emotions. You never heard it. Some of us are not in charge of our emotions. You see. We just let it roll around. I mean, it's just like free will. It just goes everywhere. The emotion is scattered everywhere, wherever it leads you. And you even are proud of it or saying, it is the way I feel now. It is the way I feel. It is just my feeling. I can't hide my feeling now. No, you can't hide it. We understand. But you can control it. You can regulate it. That's your responsibility. You see. It's your responsibility to regulate it. And you can. So that's called self-regulation. I can be on this for a whole time because I have a full chapter. A whole chapter that I'm writing on this one. A whole chapter. Self-regulation. How important it is to understand it. By the way, this is my third book that I'm working on. All right? And I've released 2 books already. The first one is Embracing Equality in Marriage. As you can see on there. Hold on, let me bring my books out. And I need the help here. Hold on. Whew. All right. Thank you. This is it. You see them there? This is hold on. This one was just released not too long ago. Letting go, walking away from toxic relationship. You see, like the woman is sitting down and putting her head between her knees, looking frustrated and miserable. And that's what this book is all about. If you have ever been in any toxic relationship and you want to come out of it, this is the way. And if you want to recognize that there is toxicity in this relationship, this is the way. Before you marry, you need to know that this marriage will be toxic or not. You need to know. You need to know. You can get it. The link is in the bio. I mean, the link is here. Just check your box. Check that yellow box there where you have this book come up. You can see that book that just pop up. All right. If you click on the bundle, you'll be able to get your bundles. All right. This is number one. This is recently released. And this is the next book I have. It's called Embracing Equality in Marriage. Building a togetherness that lasts. Embracing equality in marriage. This is the reason why marriage will work. This is why marriage are working. Marriage will not work without this. Equality in marriage is the answer to healthy, successful marriage life. Get this. Once you have these two books, you have how many percentage discount? You have about 20% discount. TikTok is giving you 20% discount if you order the two of them. Use the link on TikTok. That link you see on TikTok to get your copy. Now, the book I'm talking about, Emotional Intelligence, that will be next to be released. And I said I dedicated one chapter to explain the components. I said, emotional intelligence is like a puzzle. So you need this component. You need to understand these various components. Number one, I said, is self-awareness. You need to understand how to recognize what triggers your emotion. I just told you how to get the book though. All right. Is on your, as you're watching me like this, yeah? You see this? That yellow bag. Right there, that yellow bag. You can see that. Click on it. All right. Look at what it did to it. Just give it different stuff. All right. Click on that yellow bag. You see it. Yeah, that yellow bag. Click on the yellow bag. You see it. Okay. Now, self-awareness is the most important step to take. I'm not saying it. What country are you, Justin? Justin, what country are you viewing from? Where are you from? If you are not saying it, it means that your country is not allowed to. So you can click the link. I don't have the yellow bar. Okay, click the link. Italy. Okay, click the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio. You'll be able to get it. Go to the link. Yes, it's there. Go to the link on my bio. You'll be able to get it there. And yes, those in US, those in France, you'll be able to get it if you go to the link in my bio. You'll see the two books there. Yes, try it. Yes, try it. Leontine, you can use that. It's there. I have it there. It's published by them anyway. You know, TikTok doesn't like it when you try to direct people away from, and you are telling them to go to another place. They don't like it. They can find you. They bring, yeah. Click on the link in the host bio. Yeah, click on the link in the host. You see it in the host bio. All right, self-awareness. Now, if you want me to sign it for you, please DM me. And if you place your order, as you place your order from TikTok, yeah, you DM me, I can sign them for you. I have a lot of copies here that I can send to you. So I can sign it for you for both. You have the bundle. All right? Get the bundle. It will bless you to change your life. Emotional intelligence is important. All right? So we have a goal to hit 100K. We're almost there. We can hit that. And then we can raise the goal again. Where are the treasure box? So we can start releasing another treasure box to everyone. Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. Self-awareness is important, but self-regulation is the master of all. Your ability to regulate it is very important. Regulating your hungry. What do you mean hungry? Your ability to regulate it is very important. Regulating your emotions, very important. But there's something you need to know about empathy. Empathy is one of the components or signs that somebody is mature. Maturity is expressed in your ability to be compassionate and merciful. Maturity See, being compassionate and merciful is a sign of emotional maturity. That's why any toxic relationships or any encounter with a narcissistic behavior is a sign of lack of empathy. Narcissists had no empathy. Hear me. Narcissist has no empathy. And this is what you need to pay attention to when you are dating somebody. This is what you need to pay attention to when you are in a relationship. A man or woman that will not show genuine interest on your feelings. They don't show genuine interest on how you feel. They don't want to know what you're going through. They can't even interpret it. They don't see the need to be concerned. It's an expression of lack of empathy. Can you sense when something is going wrong or troubling your partner? Can you sense it? Can you sense it? If you can't sense when something is wrong emotionally with your partner, it means you don't have empathy. It's not there. If consistently you can't sense it, then it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Hold on, I'm typing something. Just a minute. Lack of empathy. If you lack the ability to listen attentively or show genuine interest on your partner's feelings, it means you lack empathy. I want to celebrate everyone. Thank you so much. We hit a 100K target and now we are moving to 150. Thank you. Thank you. Hand of applause for everyone. Now, for that reason, I'm giving away another treasure box. Another treasure box has been released. Let me send another treasure box. So if you haven't received the coin, ensure you get this one. Let's send another 100. And then this time we're looking at another 15 people. Let's say 10 people now. This time 110. I like the round figure. So this one will go out in 4 minutes. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. So, empathy is important to emotional maturity. There is no way you can claim to be emotionally mature when you don't have empathy for others. If you don't express empathy for others. Can you sense it when your partner is in trouble? Can you sense it? They don't have to tell you, can you sense it? If you can't sense it, and you can't even show interest and concern in your partner's feelings, something is wrong. It's lack of empathy. Your goal is to learn to respond positively to your partner's emotions. This is the key to understanding in relationship. What I just said to you is the key to understanding relationship. Your ability to recognize what is going and troubling your partner emotionally. Your ability to recognize that they are emotionally in trouble. Your ability to be interested on how they feel. Your ability to respond to their emotions, their feelings positively, with care and love. This is emotional intelligence. This is the key to understanding in relationships. You need empathy to communicate effectively. The reason why many homes and marriages are lacking the effective impact of communication, the effective communication skill, the reason why many homes and marriages are lacking it is because of the lack of empathy from either the partners or one of them. You hear people talk about effective communication. Effective communication. You must communicate. You must communicate. The reason people are not communicating is because they have not studied the feeling of each other. So they don't know how to apply empathy towards the feeling of their partner. And because of that, there is distance. There is aggravations. There is expression of anger in their voices, in their conversation. They don't speak meaningful. They don't talk to each other with love. And when that is going on, what you see is misunderstanding and misrepresentations of emotional expressions. Misunderstanding and misrepresentation. You need to wait until the book is out. Learning to know that this is going on and respond. Honey, how you do? Honey, what is going on? I noticed that your face is down. You're not yourself. What's happening? Responding. I say, oh, I don't want to talk about. No, it's okay. I know I'm not. Am I the problem? Am I the one that caused it? You're responding to the emotions. You're welcome, Mercy. You're responding to the emotion. You're welcome, Action, Coco. You're responding. If you're watching, you haven't followed, ensure you're following the host. Just follow. And I will encourage you to follow our top gifters, top participators. Follow them. I can tell you their names if you want me to. But follow them. All right? Follow them. All right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your husband came home and he doesn't look happy. He came home. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't look happy. This was not your fault, but he doesn't look happy anyways. Did you notice? Did you notice? Yes, I did though. It's just that my husband, once you start asking a question now, he will not talk. Even with the attitude you are putting up, you already concluded that he will not talk. So why will he talk to you? The last time I asked him, it was fight. I was hiding It's because of the way you respond. Your response is reactive, not your response is reactive, not proactive. Your response is not helping. So what should I do? That's it. Apply empathy. Apply empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. Try as much as possible and make you feel as though it is you that is going through the pain. Be empathetic. Learn it. Learn it. Some of us, we are judgmental towards the conversation. We are conclusive towards the conversation. We are too, how do I put it? Too hardened towards the conversation. That's the problem. You see, somebody even say men are complicated humans. Did you hear that? That's conclusive. That's conclusive. It's because you don't know how to go about it. Don't conclude that men are very simple to understand. Men are very straightforward. There is no complications. Men are the simplest. I'm telling you as a man, I'm telling you, men are the simplest people to study. You say men are too complicated, you might be I get ya. He said, no, that's all. Okay. But you got to listen. You have to ask how. Yeah, men are the simplest to know. You see, it's only you ladies that are saying men are difficult. You see, men are the simplest things to understand. Men are the simplest thing to understand. I don't get it. When most women complain that, I can't get my husband to talk to me. I can't get him to share anything with me. I said, but it's easy to get a man to talk. It's easy to get him to share. It is how you are receiving whatever he's giving you that matters, whether he's going to share more. For instance, as I'm talking now, if you are not receiving what I'm sharing, like yesterday night, let me use that as an example. Yesterday night, I was willing to stay awake to help some of my community members get their future husband or future wives. It's called matchmaking. I was willing to do that for free. It's free. They were not paying anything. Guess what? The people that I was expecting to come up, which are the ladies, they didn't come up, except one from Nigeria, another one from Sierra Leone. That's it. The rest people that I was expecting to come up, they didn't come up. And I waited for an hour, almost an hour, 30 minutes. None of them were coming up. I said, okay, I'm going. I have to go and sleep. Me, I like my sleep. Oh. So what does that make me feel? It makes me feel that I should not put more energy on that. You see it now? But look at the people that are listening to me as I'm talking. They are imparted. You are listening. You are participating. It means that this is where I should put my strength. So it speaks to me what I should avoid, what I should not avoid. The same thing when your husband is talking to you and trying to share with you. First of all, can you keep secret? Does your husband know that you can keep secrets? Can you keep any secrets? Maybe one thing he tested you with, it ended up in your mother's mouth. It ended up in your father's ear. It ended up in your sibling's ear. And ever since he made up his mind, he will never tell him anything. Did you notice that was the problem? Apart from that, whenever he speaks to you, you condemn him. Not that you actually do it. The way you react to his conversation. It's not only you. There are people going through this thing as well. You just have to bear it. You are a man, huh? You just have to man up. Men don't. So I'm not man up, eh? So so what you see in my conversation is that I'm not man enough. That's what you saw. Next time, he will not come back to share anything. He will not bother. and you wonder why it's not sharing. It is your response. Find out how you are responding. Men will open up. Hear me now. Hear me, ladies. Men will open up to any woman who had the capacity to accommodate them emotionally. You must develop emotional intelligence to be able to accommodate a man that will share his life with you. He will share everything. He will be open and honest with you. You must be a very good woman that keeps secrets. You must be a woman that supports his dreams and purpose and desires. You must be there to support him. Those are the two key things that open up. And then secondly, you must give him the knocking. The knocking, let him be in that emotional vulnerability. That place where he is always high. If you don't, hey, you're laughing. This is not joke. I hope men are getting it. Men, I hope the men, you understand. Please, men, if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. Tell me to write down. Is it that one or is it? If you're a woman, don't support your husband, why you stay with him then? That's the thing. Many women don't know that. They say, no, he must do everything. He's the man of the house now. Man up, please, man up. Me, I'm tired, though. Me, I'm tired. I can't do everything, man. No. You wonder why you are suffering emotionally. He doesn't care anymore. You're wondering he doesn't share anything with you. It's because of you, the way you position yourself. Your emotional intelligence is the problem. He has not been mature. You need to mature emotionally. It's not a joke now. Mature emotionally. Grow. Be vulnerable. Understand him. In my culture, we have to work equal for our family. That's it. What culture is that, though? That's good. He said, "Oh, I'm laughing." That's a culture. If you're watching us and you are not following the host, ensure you hit the follow button. All right. And also, once you are not following us, go and watch all my videos that I've posted. They will impact you. Take note as you're watching them. Take note. All the videos that I posted. Take note as you're watching. Replay. Take note and like and comment. Those videos will impact you as you're watching. You take note. Take a note and a pen and be writing. Watch all the videos. It's not enough to just follow. Go and watch the videos. Once we finish live, sit down, watch all the videos I posted. Like it, comment, and then make reference. Make reference. Write notes. Very important. So empathy is key for opening up. You see, if you are not empathetic towards your husband, and you are not able to keep his secret, you don't feel what he feels. Men love it when a woman can feel them, empathize with them. It's not just, you will be all right. I know you'll be fine. You can handle it. No, that's not how to. Okay, if he can handle it, why did he come and tell you now? Hey. If he can handle it, why did he have to tell you about it? It's because he can't handle it now. He needs your support. He needs your support emotionally. That's why he's calling. That's why he's trying to get you involved. Be vulnerable emotionally enough to be part of it. You see, empathy is what you need. Empathy. Thank you so much. Empathy is what you need. Empathy. If you have to repeat that word over and over again until it's sick, Empathy. Empathy is what you need. You can't be the best friend of your husband if you are not empathetic. No, you can. Because the soft part of a man is activated by empathy. The softest part in the man. I mean, they all tap into that place where he's at home. His home is the key to that place is called empathy. If you want to access his home, where you will feel blessed and productive, is empathy. You need empathy to go there. Empathy is the key to unlock that door. Empathy. Women must learn it. You must learn to be empathetic. Men must learn it if you want your relationship to work and be full of merry and excitement. You must learn to be empathetic. In the midst of scarcity, you will still be enjoying and smiling. In the midst of pressure, you will still be pushing forward together and excited, knowing there is hope. You need empathy to make that happen. This lack of feelings, lack of emotional expression that we suffer in marriage is unnecessary. This emotional withdrawal is unnecessary. This emotional distancing is unnecessary. We are destroying ourselves. We are destroying our marriage. We are allowing our emotion to rule and ruin. That's the word. To rule and ruin our relationship. A child that is left to himself will come to ruin. The same thing. Your emotion is like a child. If you don't mature it, if you don't train it, it will become dangerous to you. You see now? Somebody that lacks self-control can easily lack emotional control. So when you lack emotional control, you are like a city without walls. No protection. Are you following this now? Let's tap. Now we increase our target to 150. We can do it. And we have been maintaining about 180, 170, 180 which is great. Let's maintain the view eye. And those of you watching, ensure you follow. Hit the follow button. This is family aspect. If you are family oriented, this is the place to be. Whether you are single, you are married, you are divorced, you are separated, it doesn't matter. As long as you're family oriented, hit the follow button. This is the place. And when you follow, I want to encourage you. Go and watch the video that I have posted and take notes. Comment and take notes. Yes, that's it. When you lack emotional control, you are like a city without walls. You are like a city without walls. I don't know how else I can explain it. Even just thinking about it, it's terrible. And that's why many relationships are struggling. Many. From dating, courting to marriage is a mess. Because largely, we have emotional immature people coming together to marry. There are 3 levels of maturity that you must have before you marry. I've mentioned this before. There are 3 levels of maturity that you must have before you marry. Number 1, spiritual maturity. You must be spiritually inclined because marriage is constitution of the spirits. Marriage is constitution of the spirits. Is an institution of the spirits. It's a spiritual thing. Marriage is not physical. It's a spiritual effort, spiritual journey. It's a spiritual institution. That's why no man instituted marriage. It was God who did it. So your maturity spiritually is needed, whether you like it or not. Number 2, Your emotional maturity. Your emotional maturity is massively needed. It's called emotional intelligence. If you are not mature emotionally, that means your emotion is not in control. You are not in charge. You don't know how to use your emotion to arrange your life for the better. Your feelings cannot be controlled by you. You are the one that you are your feeling is controlling you. That lack of emotional maturity is dangerous to marriage. Do not marry anyone who is not emotionally mature. Spiritual maturity doesn't mean that you read the Bible. It means that you apply the Bible. Spiritual maturity is on application of the principles of marriage, biblical principles of marriage. It is the application, not the quoting, not the thinking, not the reading. It is the application. I'm not talking about fasting and praying. I'm not talking about, all of those are good. They are exercises of your human spirit. But I'm talking about maturity in relationship. When it comes to spiritual things, you must know that you have the principles that make marriage work, relationship work, that makes your interrelationship with people, personal relationship with people is on the top of the game. That principle you must learn to apply. Until you apply it, you are not spiritually mature. You know? He says, he that listens to the sayings of mine and practice them is like a man who builds his house upon the rock. He said, when the heat and the wind and the flood came, beating upon it vehemently, he said, it remained standing. Your relationship, your marriage is a house. What foundation is it built on? He said, but he that heareth the sayings of man and doeth it not, and do not practice it. He said, he is like the person who builds his house upon the sand. He said, when the rain and the flood, the wind blew vehemently against it, he said, great was his fall. It shattered apart. He said, great was his fall. Emotional maturity, spiritual maturity is key. If you don't have those both, you are not ready. You are not ready. It's not about quoting the scripture. It's not about, he goes to church. Oh, he is a choir leader. Oh, he is a minister of J. Jones. It's not about that. Practical, practicing, putting it to work. What is he doing with what he's learning? Is it that's the level at which you grow to become mature? You put it to work. It's not just quoting it. Put it to work. You know, I know the Bible says we should not cheat on our partner. I know the Bible says adultery is bad, but I can't just help it. No, God help me. Oh, God help me. I don't know what to do. No. You're not ready. In the mature, apply the principle. Apply the principle. Okay? So, this is what help effective communication to be real. So you cannot experience effective communication without empathy. You must be able to put to work the principles of empathy. Thank you, Bright. You must be able to put to work the principle of empathy over and over again. That is what open up communication. I told you. Most women, ladies, and you think, I don't know how to get my husband to talk to me. I don't know how to get my husband. My husband doesn't share anything. My husband doesn't talk. I don't know. I've tried my best. Try empathy. Try empathy. Try it. Try empathy. Learn to feel what he feels. Learn to understand what makes his emotion go, why he's not happy, why things go wrong. Understand. Learn to be part. If you have to use your body, everything, let your emotion respond. Rub his head. Honey, what is it? Rub his body. Let him feel your impact. That you are interested in what he's going through. He might shout at you at first. What's that? Baby. So, honey, oh, so sorry. I know your pain. Oh, God help me. What can I do? What can I do? I know you're not happy. Let him cool down again. Come back the second time. Honey, are you okay? Put a chair about 5, maybe 1 to 2 feet, let's say 2 feet away. 1 to 2 feet. Put a chair there and be asking, honey, are you okay? Honey, please talk to me now. I want to help. What can I do? I know. Even the way you are feeling now is making me feeling bad. I'm not happy. Even me now, my heart is breaking. What can I do? Please tell me, honey. Hey, you have never been like this. You have never what can I give you? Can I give you something? Be there, be concerned. Start practicing it. Because gradually, he will start building trust in sharing with you. He's not going to open up instantly as you do that. No. Keep at it. You must be tested that you are genuine. Some of you want to practice it for that he can tell you something now. And then next week, you go back to yourself. No. You have to be consistent with it and be genuine. Let it become your nature that you are empathetic. You will be shocked. You will be so shocked. Some of us have become too masculine. You have become too masculine. You are now acting as though you are a audacious woman. You don't, nothing. My emotion, I block her. He not go penny. Very soon you will marry. Once you marry, you now know that, hey, organ of the penetrate your emotion becomes a problem. You see, this is my emotion. I don't lock her. Hey, forever. And you are doing like a man acting. They tell you, my sister, no man. He say you will they cry like mom or baby. They cry like dumb baby like this. Why they cry? You don't have your friend or as a girl. You they cry like baby and no need that. Continue. Be listening to all those what they call, there's a word I'm using. All those nonsense talk. Let me use that. Nonsense. Be careful. Be careful. I'm begging you, ladies, be careful of your friends. Be wise, be careful. So, communication is skill. It's very important to maturity. It's an expression of maturity. Remember, empathy is the one that leads to effective communication. The reason why you and your wife will sit down constantly and talk, you and your husband will sit down constantly and share, is because you are exchanging empathy. What a place. Do you understand? You are exchanging empathy and emotions. It is a place. It's like give and receive. Effective communication becomes what you're getting. Be emotional and express it between your partner. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. So, when it comes to communication, how do you know you're mature? Your ability to communicate with clear and respectful languages. Clear and respectful words. Your ability to use words to empower, encourage, strengthen, uplift. Your ability to use words to empower. Hear me now. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. When you say, I don't know, and I'm trying, all this communication issue, lack of communication is a problem, we don't communicate. I'm just telling you, learn how to use words to empower. Once you learn it, how to use words to encourage and uplift, you will see how the response will become natural. It will just come flowing in. Flowing in. Use clear and respectful language in your beginning, in your conversation as you talk, as you start. Start practicing to use clear and, some lady, your husband cannot even hear you once. No, nothing is clear. Some of you, you're trying to say something. What you're saying is irrelevant to the current. Irrelevant. And I'm just trying to say, because but what you're saying is not relevant to what is the matter. And what I'm trying to say is, let me first of all finish that one. No, you are not clear. Man, you see, you are not clear now. Be clear with your language. Be clear and respectful. Some of you are very clear, but you are very rude. Very rude in your conversation with your husband. You appear in talking as though you are teaching him. Some of you men, that's the worst part of you, because you talk with so much audacity without respect. You are talking to this woman. You don't even respect her feelings. You think it is the way the man does things. No, you are wrong. It means you have not been taught how to use words to stir up love. You can use words to stir up emotion, love, good. Stir up, empower, and encourage, and inspire. Is it every time you must be acting as though you are authoritarian? Authoritarian. In your mind, that's how you think. So you are talking, you must use deep voice. Anytime you want to talk, you are using, have you done what I asked you to do? Have you? What's that for? What's that for? What's that for? Every time, listen to me. Even, do you know some men, they will address their wife, say, listen up. What do you mean listen up? That's disrespectful. What do you mean? Communication. Your words are not clear. They are not respectful. I just want to tell you, yeah. You need to put that thing on your head, yeah. You're and you wonder why the whole place is littered with so many arguments and quarrel. Anyway, I'm going to have a section, all right, with the subscribers. All right, we're going to have a premium class. Remember, premium, only premium classes. Every weekend I'm planning on that. So if you haven't subscribed to become a community member of us, join the membership. Subscription is there. Subscribe to be, because I'm going to be having subscriber only section from very soon, starting every weekend. We're going to be doing it. So you better be part of it, because there are things we need to know, and this kind of teaching. Some of you even address you open your mouth and say, hey, my husband, you are too proud. You are too proud, though. You think you are making sense. You won't tell him how proud he is. And you are talking, you say, it's because of pride. You are talking to indirectly telling him he's proud. Only proud people can behave what you're doing. Only proud people can do what you're doing. Only proud and you are insulting him and you think you're communicating. No respect. Your words are lacking respect and you want him to listen. You want her to learn. When you disrespect, disvalue her with your words. You say, use, can you imagine the word useless? You call your husband useless? You call your wife useless? Do you know what that means? So no, madam, I use their husband. Some of us, we don't even have the patience to communicate. We don't have the patience to communicate effectively when there is sensitive matter at hand. You wonder why he's avoiding and dismissing the conversation. You wonder why she's avoiding and dismissing the conversation. Because you speak without respect. Your words are not clear. Your words are full of judgment and criticism. Criticizing words. Your words are full of criticism. You are too cynical in your thinking. And you wonder why he's not listening to you. You wonder why he does not validate your emotions, your feelings. You wonder why she does not validate your feelings. You are disrespectful. Your words are full with disrespect. Insultive. Cursing words. You talk to your... You say, what's the solution? Change. The solution is change your language. I just told you what is. Use clear and respectful words. That's the solution. Because you see, we want to talk about effective communication that leads to understanding and mutual bondings and connection. That's what communication does. Communication leads to understanding of your partner, and then it enhances, foster the bondings and connection that you have between both. So if when you don't communicate, there's no bonding. No. The less you communicate, the less you bond. The less you communicate, the less you connect. The less you communicate, the less you understand. Period. Effective communication. It is the key of, you see, the skill. Let me put it. Effective communication is a skill of prioritizing listening over interrogating. Prioritizing listening over interruption or interrupting. It is the ability to prioritize listening over interrupting. Some of you, your husband, he just said one word. 20 has come out of you. 20. And he said, I've not finished. Let me finish what I'm trying to say. No. Hey, tell me more. What? Insult my life. He has not even finished. So is that what you think about me? He has not even finished. Interruption. Some of you, your partner is talking. As he's talking or she's talking, you already, in your mind, you already know exactly what to say. You are calculating the things to say. You are not listening. Guess what? How do I know? It is the way you respond. You are responding now. You are responding based on your emotions. You are responding angrily because you didn't listen. You must prioritize listening over interrupting. Oh, thank you for the money, God. Hey, forever, Rosie. Thank you. You are blessed. Remember me your birthday. I'm going to shake the internet and TikTok with it. When is your birthday? Forever, Rosie. When is your birthday? Let's know. Tell me. When? When's your birthday? She's my moderator in this platform. When's your birthday? November 15. Ah, wow, all of you going to, all my gifters are just towards the end of the year. September, November, October. Ah, child, God have mercy. You need to get a training on that. I came late too. Sorry. Oh. We are running up. We've been here since 12:30. We came up 12:30. We've been here since 12:30. So effective communication is very important. You must prioritize listening. Hear me now. Hear me. This is one of the skills I had to learn. I had to learn it. And I'm telling you, it's very effective. It is very effective. It is very, very effective. You must prioritize listening. Listen with care. Listen with interest. Write this down. It's not just, okay, I'm listening to you now, and then in your mind, finish, let me... But you are not listening. No, I'm listening now. Just finish, let me talk. You must listen with care. You must listen with interest. You must listen with care. So when we talk about listening, prioritizing listening, I'm talking about effective communication as a sign of maturity. Maturity. I'm talking about emotional maturity. Effective communication is a sign that you are mature emotionally. Your ability to use words to bless. Your ability to use words to improve, empower, encourage, and enable. Your ability to be clear and respectful with words. Even in the midst of arguments, even in the midst of conflicts, you are clear and respectful with your words. In the midst of sensitive discussions, sensitive subjects, sensitive topics, arguments and conflicts, in the midst of it, you desire to, number one, use your words to respect. Let your words be respectful. And that's why empathy is so important. You have to begin to communicate through the agency of empathy. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to learn to communicate through the agency of empathy. Wait until the book is out. That's the only way for you to have effective communication going on. You must learn to use your words. Channel your words through empathy. Channel your words through empathy. You need empathy to be clear. You need empathy to be respectful with your words. I've already talked about empathy. So if you missed that part, all right. But you need it. That's why I said to you earlier, without empathy, you can't communicate effectively. You can't understand. You will struggle to understand your partner without empathy. Because it will create distance, emotional distance. It will create communication gap. Because no empathy. And you need empathy to bridge that communication gap. You need empathy to understand your partner, their feelings. Understanding your partner means to understand how their emotion works and how to influence that emotion for the good of the relationship. It's just like asking, what about too much love? There is no like too much empathy. Empathy can never be too much. Neither love is too much. We pray to grow in it. So it can never be too much. There's no ending. There's no limitations to empathy. There's no ending to it. Just like love, without limits. Love is without limits. There is a height, how deep, how high, how wide the love of God is. So it's so deep, wide, and it's too much. There's no limits. So love has no limit. The same thing as empathy. Empathy has no limit. That's why it's called God of mercy. He said, your mercy endureth forever. You get it? Your mercy endureth. Endureth forever. There's no limit to it. So don't think you have too much of it. Don't limit yourself. Don't. Alright? I get your point, but I know what you're trying to say. Don't limit yourself. Don't let what your partner is or do, or she is, do, make you change your quality, your value system. That is worthwhile. Empathy is worthwhile. Don't let anyone change it. Your ability to communicate effectively is worthwhile. It's not limited to only your partner. Is surrounding you for your entire life. It is as long as you relate with people. So don't let anything limit it. Don't let anything limit it. So learn to prioritize. This is effective communication rounding up. Learn to prioritize listening over what? Interrupting or dominating conversations. You know, some people, they use dominating conversations. You want to prove to your partner that you are the oga. You want to prove to your partner that you have a say. You want to prove to your partner that you are educated. You use dominating words. Some of you, it is when, because you study, you have a PhD. You got your PhD, doctorate. Now you're talking to your husband that have BSc. You are talking to him as though you are, I want to talk to you, let me educate you. It's like, this is what I studied. You know what I mean? I did my research. I have studied. You're talking to your husband. You're talking, I've done my research. I've done my research. Carry on. And says, thank you. My energy. Yeah, now that you get PhD now. Everyone must listen to you. Or God must listen because you have PhD. You see problem? And you see, dominating conversations. That's what you do. Your own is to dominate. Anytime there's conversation, you see, when I was doing my research on my PhDs, and I thought, and what? The man just a shaking. Oh, I don't jump. Me not get. Everything you will say now is the correct one. Oh my God. Even some of our men is terrible. You see, I'm the man of the house. Before you begin conversation, I'm the head of this family. So, okay, now that means everybody had to listen to you now at the head of the family, Abi. Everybody had to hear. So I don't have anything to say now. Whatever I say now will not count, Abi. Dominating conversations. How do you expect to be effective? Why will the conversation work? I'm the king. I was listening to a minister of the gospel. I said, hey, I wish you can come and just pray for humility and wisdom to come into you. He was telling his church members, men. He says, you must have the final say in your house. He said, I'm telling you all the men, you must have the final say in your house. I say, see energy. Pastor. And this is a big church. The place is littered with men. He said, you must have the final say. No woman should say anything that you have not approved. Yeah? You have the order to do anything. You are the head. You are the head of the house. Hey, my God. I hold my hands and say, God, have mercy. Please have mercy. Seriously, I'm not kidding. There are some videos I see, I can't bring it up here because TikTok doesn't allow it. It like authenticity. So for me, I like authenticity. I do my thing. But the guy, I saw it on Instagram. I was like, God, what is going on in our country? You can see the man is literally expressing his anger. He's teaching through bitterness. He's teaching through domineering spirits. Domineering spirit. See, this is the problem. Why do men think that they have to dominate a woman? Under what right? Did you think that what God meant to be the head? Is that what it is to be the head? That you dominate your partner? You dominate your wife? You control them? You treat them as inferior? Is that what it is? How sad. How sad. How sad. I can't wait. I'm just waiting for God to give me the permission to deal on the subject of submission. I'm just praying. God, Holy Spirit, permit me, please. I'm waiting. I'm just pleading. Please, guys, join me to pray. Just be praying that God will permit me to talk about, because He's still putting some wisdom. He will permit me to lynch out on the subject of submission of wives. What it really means. This misunderstanding, this wrong message, these wrong things that people are sharing about submission. Wife must submit. Wife must submit. And then you are acting domineering. You think you make a wife submit by dominating. No, it is a modern slavery in marriages. That's the practice of the modern slavery in marriages today. And it's sad. How sad? Very sad. Very sad. Women are, if I say this now, a lot of people will say, hey, shut up. It's not true. Women, dear, are the easiest, how do I put this? God help me. I'm trying to say it, but help me. Let me calm down. There are so many secrets I'm releasing here, and it's too much. Let me calm down. See, we're waiting. Oh dear. Oh dear. Amazing. Okay. Effective communication is very important. Calm down, people. Calm down. Power tap. We're almost there. Let's hit our goal. Oh dear. Get these books. All right. Get the books. If you're learning anything meaningful in this place, which you are, compensate by getting these books. All right. Get them. The link is in the. Check your yellow bag under the stream where this book is popping up. Check the yellow bag under this and get your copy. It will change your life. Get the two of them. All right? Get the two of them. Especially if you are not married at all. If you're single, you need these two materials to be able to keep you and help you go into marriage with so much boldness and so much wisdom. You need this. Very important. Get your books. Thank you. Say, God's love, you got yours. I say, I'm really enjoying it. Yes, it's powerful. In fact, wait until the EI comes out, emotional intelligence. Wait until EI comes out. Once the EI is released, don't hesitate. This one I'm sharing now. Wait until the book comes out. The yellow book, both books from the yellow book. Yes, let them get it. Yes, it's there too. Josephine is there. Just type walking away from walking away from toxic relationship. Once you type walking away from toxic relationship by Charles O. Brown, once you type that, it will come up. Amazon is delaying the audio. I don't know why they are delaying the whole process. I wish I have another platform that enable audio. Audible is one of the biggest platform on it. So Amazon is delaying. Oh, sorry. They will add TikTok. I'm not telling them to go. Please, TikTok thing is something else. So let me just. They don't want you to refer people out of their platform. It's annoying. Another sign of maturity in marriage, or a mature man or woman that is ready for marriage, another sign is conflict resolution skills. Conflict resolution skills. A mature person who is ready to marry must express some maturity, understanding about conflict resolution. Ability to handle issues and solve them. You must be a solution-minded person. Solution-minded. Solution-minded. You approach disagreements with problem-solving mindset. Write that down. You need a man or a woman who approaches disagreement with problem-solving mindset. MSM, I like that. You need that. Believe me, if you don't have a man or woman who does not approach challenges with that mindset, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. This is one of the skills I have to read about. I read about this many years ago, over 21 years ago. I started reading about this conflict resolution. It was one of the criteria things I needed to have before I got married. So I studied about conflict resolution. I had a lot of books that I read on it. It changed my life. It changed my orientation. I'm a problem-solving oriented person. I'm always looking for any issue. I'm looking for solution. I approach it with the mind that let us solve this problem. We can solve it. Let's solve it. Because you will always have problem. Marriages is not without a problem. In fact, Paul said it in 1 Corinthians 7. You read it? Was it? Yeah. 2 Corinthians 7. So when he talked about marriage, he said very clearly, he said in marriage, you will have trouble. He said, trouble, full marriage pass. If full marriage pass, yes. Trouble, full marriage pass. As a single person, you'll be okay. You have lesser troubles. But, oh, amazing. We've hit 100. Wow. And now we clocked 200 views. 200 views. Thank you, guys. We hit our goal. But our hearts me, we haven't hit our hearts me. Let's target the hearts me. The hearts me, send at least 50 hearts me. We have 200 people. It's easy to send 50 hearts me. Come on, guys. Send this heart me, heart me, heart me. Heart me is that heart that is on top of my name. You see that heart there, close to. Send a heart me, guys. All right, let me continue. Can I? Before that honorable interruption. And if you're watching for the first time, please hit the follow. Thank you. That's heart me. That thing on me, on my head that just come out. Yes, that's heart me. Thank you for sending a heart me. Yes, come on, we all can do. Thank you. Amazing. Let it come up. Let's hit our goal. 50 hearts me. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, bring it up. Thank you. So very important. Very important. Conflict resolution. Your ability to approach disagreements with problem-solving mindset. Write that down. That is what it means. You want to approach disagreement with problem-solving mindset rather than blaming your partner. Most of us, the reason why the issue is not resolved is because you are blaming your partner. You blame them for what has happened. You blame them for the mistakes. Is it wrong to make mistakes? No. Mistakes leads to learning, and learning leads to growth. Mistakes happen so we can learn. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Is that wing team? Thank you. Mistakes leads to learning. And learning leads to growth. How can you grow? Oh, I like the heart. Thank you. We reach our goal. Thank you. How can you grow? How can you grow when you don't learn? And how can you learn when you don't make mistakes? Allow your children to make mistakes. That's how they will learn. And that's how they grow. Allow your husband to make mistakes. There's nothing wrong. Marriage, when you get married, both of you are learning. It's a learning place. It's a place to learn and grow. So you will accommodate trouble. You will accommodate mistakes. Some of you don't even want to have any issue in your marriage. No trouble. I don't want trouble. Marriage is full of trouble. Me, I don't want. But you are married. The moment you sign up to marry, you sign up for trouble. So there's no running away. But you must develop a skill. Is needed in marriage. That's why we call it emotional intelligence. It is the key to succeeding in marriage and relationships. Emotional intelligence. You can't talk about communication without emotional intelligence. Because emotional intelligence gives birth to effective communication. The ability to be mature emotionally will put you in a place where you can communicate effectively. That's why narcissists never engage in emotion in effective communication. They don't. Narcissists don't. Abusers don't. They only communicate with their abusive behavior, with their narcissistic. That's the only way they can talk. And in their talk is the nasty thing they do. Conflict resolution. You want to focus on the issue at hand instead of resorting to personal attack. You want to focus on the issue at hand instead of resorting to personal attack. Why are you attacking your husband? Why are you attacking your wife in the problem? We are all in a mess. Two of us are trying to solve this problem. Why are you attacking me now? Why are you blaming me? Why are you blaming her? There is an issue at hand. You are bringing what is past. Something that is already 5 years ago. You are bringing it now on this matter. Let's focus on what is at hand. No, that's why you did it last year. Last year, the same thing last year. The problem will never be solved. Just keep repeating last year. Me, I don't know all these things. Every year, it's always happening. The more you are attacking and referring to the past, when we're supposed to focus on the issue at hand, the problem will never be solved. Keep repeating. Last week, the same thing. I don't know. Focus on the matter at hand instead of resorting to personal attacks or blames. Be willing to compromise and find mutuality in solutions. Mutual benefit to solutions, or solutions that can give mutual benefit, is what you should look for. When you are providing solution, don't look at your side. Don't say, I'm saying this because it profits me. No. Don't provide solution that only profit you. Provide solution that profit both parties. It's called mutuality. Mutuality. What can we do now? What can we do? Let's look at the solution. I know this is how you feel. I know this is how you feel. I know this is how you feel. When your wife comes to you about how they feel, what troubles them, how do you go about it? When they try to let you know that the habits, the behavior that you're putting up, your partner is trying to let you know that the behavior, the things around, the actions and the decision you are taking is affecting the relationship. How do you sit down to solve the problem? Do you sit down to compromise and then find a mutual grounds for solution? Or are you looking at only what will benefit you? For example, you workaholic. You are a workaholic. You work and work and work and work and work and work and work. You barely have time for your marriage, for your husband or wife. And now this is a big problem. Oga want to talk about it. You are not available. Madam want to talk about it. No. You are blaming each other. You're quarreling. It will never be solved. that can lead to disaster in marriage. Disaster. So, having heard all of these things, what have you learned? There's a part I've not mentioned, because if I mention that one, a lot of questions will start flying in the air. I don't want to even mention that one yet. I would rather leave it until it's called emotional resilience. If I enter that one, they will have so many questions. So I don't want to go there now. Emotional resilience. That is so important to maturity. A man or woman that can, protect himself, that means odeshi against emotion. Resist the attack. Resisting the attack that comes to you emotionally. How to, oh boy, I like it. How to maintain the right outlook when your emotion is being attacked. When those things that try to trigger the negative side of it, you see, how do you go about it? How do you, it's like you have a shield in place. Send back, return to send. Oh my God, God have mercy upon us. That's a nice one, right? Resilience. Yes, emotional resilience. Very important. And that is so important to maturity. You got to exercise. But we're not going to talk about that today, because there will be so many questions, so we'll continue from here. Have you learned anything today? Have you guys learned something? It's time to take some questions. Thank you so much for everybody. We have achieved